Hey, what's up, fella? My name is Alexis, and in today's video we're going to be doing something different, because what is a video from me if it's not something different? Usually I upload like little travel videos to my channel. It's just places around Florida that I never been to and I just want to share my experience with you guys. But in this video I'm going to be sharing a different kind of experience with you, a new experience for me, and that is doing writing vlogs. And by that I mean I want to do videos that like focus around me like actually going out or dedicating a specific time to begin writing my story that I've been working on for like over a year. So I wanted to like just track my progress and just wanted to do something. Like I wanted to do something extra and make a video about it and see just see how it goes. So just bear with me. So I'm going to be filming 2 videos and on this specific day, but I'm going to break them up into 2 parts because this video right here I just wanted to kind of explain why I wanted to write a book and like how this all came to be, just like an introduction to my specific writing world. So to start off with, I'm honestly not the best writer out there. Like I really don't think that I'm that good. I am terrible at being descriptive, I guess, like in my writing. I just remember in my first year, my first semester of college, I took ENC 1101, which is the basic, you need to take this class, college composition class. It just teaches you how to write essays because you're going to be writing a lot of essays in college. So I really remember my professor telling the class how to write a descriptive essay, like giving us some pointers. And one of the main things that he always mentioned, just continuously repeated, was to make sure that your writing isn't just telling the reader what's going on in the surroundings. You have to somehow mend your words into ways that the reader just automatically imagines it. And it's not very specific, like you're not telling the reader, oh, the sky is blue today and the grass is a little bit brown. You know, not like that. And I had really hard trouble doing this, and I still do when I am writing. When I do randomly write, I always have this trouble and his words always come back to me. I'm just like, oh, I need to work on this. But for that descriptive essay, I wrote a thriller kind of story. It's weird because I've never ever written like a thriller story before. I actually took that story from my senior year of high school for like the end of the semester, like a kind of essay kind of thing. I don't know what it was, honestly. I reused the story and just made it better in this class, and I honestly thought it was one of the best pieces that I've ever written. So basically the story was about this character being in this huge warehouse with like hundreds of other people at a nighttime concert, and everything just went to hell. Basically the lights went out, people were screaming and running and everything, but no one could get out of the warehouse. And then finally this light came from out of nowhere, and right in the middle of the warehouse was a freaking majestic fire phoenix kind of thing of a unicorn. I was obsessed with unicorns. It was so funny. And like whenever my like other people read it, like my friends and my family, they're like, Alexis, a unicorn? I'm like, yes, a unicorn. But that wasn't really the first story that I've ever written ever since like I was probably like around 10 to 13-ish. I don't remember, or maybe even younger. But my parents always tell me, especially my dad, he always tells me how I would used to write stories about a hamster named Alex, because I had a hamster named Alex. And I would just write these little adventures for him, and he would always print them out and save them, but I don't think he has them anymore because they were honestly just hot garbage from a 10-year-old. But ever since then, like throughout middle school and even like the beginning of high school, I used to write little short stories about random animals like turtles and dogs and teddy bears, just the most randomest things, and they weren't even like good. Like, I wasn't intending them to be good. I was just bored in class and I just have this creative explosion in my head, and so I just started writing these random little adventures for them, and they were usually stupid, and whenever my friends would read them, they would just laugh the whole time. It was just this fun little thing that I used to do. I've actually found a few of those stories just like scattered around my room because my room's a hot mess, and I think I threw them away because when I read them I was like, oh my god, these are terrible. But I always had this mindset of like always thinking of random different stories that I could write and little short stories, and for a while I did write a bunch of short stories on Wattpad. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just fan fiction galore. And of course there's also like actual people writing little short stories or actual books, and it's just a way to like self-publish. It's free and everything, and it's fun to do and get some feedback if you're really good. I never did because I sucked, but I did write a lot of little short stories. And at this time I used to read a lot of books. Like, I remember one year, I think my sophomore or my junior year of high school, I read a total of I think 35 books, which I'm sure a ton of people have read a lot more. But I read 35 books in 1 year. I've never been able to pass it. And then about a year and some months ago, I started rereading some of the books that I read like forever ago. And I came across this one book that I liked when I first read it, but when I read it again, I absolutely fell in love with this book. But it was called The Winner's Crime, I believe. The Winner's Cry by Marie Rakowski. It's a young adult book in a fantasy world where the daughter of a high-ranking general makes a mistake, and then it just snowballs into this huge thing throughout the whole entire series. It's got, you know, countries fighting against each other. It's got romance. It has a strong female lead. It's just, I really loved it, but it really inspired me to create this story of like political affairs between two countries and a war brewing between them, and then like a young adult character like having a big kind of influence on what's happening. And so that idea came into my head, and also around the same time I was rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender with my boyfriend, and then we also rewatched the whole entire series of Legend of Korra. And me and my boyfriend were always like, oh, I would want to be an earthbender, and like just the world of the Avatar, I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this. It's my favorite show of all time. And I kind of, in my mind, just blended the two stories, and I came up with my story that I'm currently want to write. My story isn't like exactly like the book that I read or exactly like Avatar with the earthbending, firebending, waterbending, airbending kind of thing. Sure, my main character does like earthbend, but it's like it's portrayed in a different kind of way, and I believe that like I kind of did a good, like, I made a good effort. I made an effort in making sure that my story isn't just fan fiction, because honestly that's just kind of cringy to me. And I feel like I might need to change up a few things so far. Like, I have a few chapters and some inserts so far that I feel like I do really need to change up a little, because it does seem like I'm just copying things, and if this book miraculously ever gets published, your girl's gonna be sued by a lot of people. I also moved the camera while doing that. What's up? But that's kind of it for this video. I'm sorry if I just like kind of rambled on, or if it was kind of boring. I just wanted to tell you guys how this whole process of wanting to write a book came to be. I've always been a very creative person when it comes to storytelling, and I'm not good at, I'm not actually good at writing it or telling it, but I'm good at thinking it, if that makes any sense. And I writing this book, I hope, is going to help with me being a better writer. As you can see, I butcher my words a lot, so it's gonna be fun. So that is gonna be it for today's video. Look out in a couple of days for the next part to this video, which is me gonna be going out and writing, because if I write at home, I'm not going to get anything done because I get distracted by my PS4 so easily. So watch out for that video, and I hope you did enjoy this video, even just the slightest. And if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And I will talk to you guys later.